Advantages will accrue if the person is able to adapt well and is able to get into the good books of the promoter. So what works as advantage will work as a serious disadvantage if the chemistry and if the expectation mismatch is there in a big way. So if there is a great chemistry and if there is a good expectation match between what the professional is delivering and what the entrepreneur is expecting out of the promoter, then there are a lot of advantages working in a promoter-driven organization. Definitely it could mean faster career growth, and that could be one of the main drivers why a professional would like to join an entrepreneur-driven organization. Higher compensation. So definitely Indian companies, promoter-driven organizations are no less paymasters as compared to multinationals. But clearly what you give is very important for the promoter to decide what he should give you. So what results you're going to deliver for him. If you're going to exceed expectations of the promoter, which is not an easy job because their expectations tend to be very high. Unlike in a multinational organization where if you just meet your targets, then you get X percentage increment or Y bonus. But in a promoter-driven organization, targets itself sometimes could be just moving targets. Assuming a situation where the professional is able to meet and beat these targets which the promoter has in his mind, then clearly compensation could be far higher than what even the professional can expect. The kind of powers, the kind of empowerment that you get to take decisions, the ability to set the culture in your team and in your department, the leeway that he will give you will also be humongous. So many times working in straitjacketed organizations, you're bound by the organization culture. You are not able to change too many things. But in a promoter-driven organization, you will have so much freedom that you can also decide the culture, you can also decide the composition of your team, you can also set your goals, and you can also develop strategies and tactics to achieve these goals. The sheer empowerment that comes to you in these roles will be the biggest joy of them all. So you have the cake and eat it too in a way. You not only get higher compensation, you are not only in a faster career growth trajectory, but you will also end up far more happier doing your role. That's what helps you define yourself, helps you get a higher amount of job satisfaction, and that's what will end of the day keep a professional happier. You are in a lucky place. It's also possible that the promoter will also help you create wealth. If he understands that there is alignment of interest between you and him, it's very much possible that he will make you part of a wealth creation process. So these are the advantages of working in promoter-driven organizations. And the disadvantages are the exact opposite of whatever I said. If things don't work out, you no more have the same job security that you get in a multinational company. Your roles can be curtailed, you can even be sacked. So clearly it's a double-edged sword. People who exhibit proper skill sets, then they should be taking the plunge and look at promoter-driven organizations, because this can put not only their career into a different trajectory, they could end up being happier individuals, they could end up exploring their inner potential, which sometimes does not get exploited in a straitjacketed functional role in a multinational organization. So if you really want to prosper and see what your inner potential is, and if you have the right skill sets and if you have the right characteristics, then time is there for you to take a plunge into a promoter-driven organization.